Hello. Hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We've got action. Yes, we have action to report. But you know how we roll around here. First and foremost, welcome to the newest members of the Love Train. We continue to grow 100% organically. And if you found yourself here and said, I don't know how I got here, you were just following the energy and allowing light to guide you here. This is how the Love Train was formed on day one. Oh my gosh, we're not even a year old yet. So cool. So cool. So much to talk about here. First, let's peek at this Schumann. Huh, what? So this pattern that are beautiful, we call it the spring plaid. We had these bolts, really bolts of high frequency light coming through pretty much in intervals around like 24 hours apart, leading into last night. And you could see these sharp, and these things are agitators. They really are. And some of you are seeing that play out, right? It feels, what is going on? Where has my mind gone? What is happening, right? And then leading into, bam, there it is. We had a massive, another timeline jump. So what does this mean? If this means you don't know where you are, what you did yesterday, what's going on right now, that means you're in the perfect place, because this is what happens. So old timelines are collapsing, and as those collapse, it gives us the opportunity to jump forward in consciousness. Remember, you're a multi-dimensional being. So who's the last one to catch on? Yes, you're Who-Man. So the Who-Man, the physical body. So this means the consciousness jumps forward. Now, this timeline jump pushed everybody, awakened or not, which means that can lead to another wave of awakening. These are usually, some of us can sense now there's light coming in. This has been very purposeful. It's gone on for days and days and days. The purging, if you felt exhausted, oh my gosh, I don't even remember what day it was. Maybe it was Friday. I thought I was going to take a nap at like 3 p.m. And I woke up completely disoriented and thought, oh, it's got to be 3 a.m. Oh my gosh, what is going on? I looked at my clock and it said 8:30 p.m. Then I went, what? I mean, completely, talk about lost. Anyway, what I do, by the way, if something, or if I was able to go to sleep that night, slept fine. But if sometimes this energy does wake me up, I put on a meditation or put on some theta waves, because you do have the ability to then, choose rest. Now, with some of these, if they're intense, you may find yourself awake. But what we don't do is don't get mad at your body, because if you tell it didn't get enough rest, it goes, okay, we're going to feel tired. Remember, you're calling in, this is your energy, and work with your body and say, whatever I got, that was the perfect amount of rest for me last night. And I know I always get the perfect amount of rest, because you do have the ability to call in energy as you need it. This, right, like, they're not kidding. You are a creator within your own creation. So I wanted to share that. By the way, so I don't know if she is in here or not. Someone sent me the funniest, she's probably working, one of our beautiful love trainers named Leanna. She sent me an email that said, Patty, have you seen my brain, my mind? Can you please tell it to come back? And I told her, I said, it's hanging out with mine, because mine's, yesterday I came back from the store and put my groceries away. And then I found myself I have this automatic trash can, it detects motion, so it opens. And I was just about to throw my grocery bags. I had emptied them, but my actual reusable grocery bags. And I stopped and started laughing. And I was like, I said to my guides, why? I was laughing, but I was about to toss them. And then they said, it was so cool. Be exquisitely present. Be exquisitely present. Your autopilot is being disengaged. And I love this. I knew exactly what they were talking about. We do so many things. We have repetitive behaviors that we just do, right, on autopilot. And that keeps us sometimes from becoming present in the moment. And so it was so, like they said, be exquisitely present. So notice what things you do on autopilot. And they're saying, like, it's being disengaged. And that's why you might be doing something like, did I just drink a glass of water? Or what was I going to do? Or what am I looking for? And so these timeline jumps can make you feel extremely disoriented. And I loved that, using the breath right? We're going to ground today for sure. I got you. But using the breath and grounding and really being present in the moment. But very interesting that they said autopilot is being disengaged. So notice the things that you do by habit. And what I try to do, how I try to work within these, it's an invitation. It's an invitation to be new, again, to be new in the now moment. I find that if I walk different ways, if I'm going to my favorite beach, I take different paths every time because that keeps me present. And then I notice, okay, what are some new things? Notice what things you're seeing on your walk. If you walk the same path every day, what can you do to change it up? Even if you go to the other side of the street, what's new over here? That's keeping you acutely present, which is the key to energetic alignment. Why? Because if you're not present, where are you, everybody? We're on the stove making noodle soup. We're on the stove making noodle soup. We do not want to make noodle soup right now. We really don't. We're focusing on creation and all of this beautiful light that is here for us. Okay, let me take a peek and see who is in here this morning. I see Lisa's here from Sweden. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl, I saw your t-shirt. I love it. Cheryl made a t-shirt that says something like, be calm. We had a timeline jump. I absolutely love that. Jonathan is here. Hello. Oh yeah, lots of exhaustion. Lots of exhaustion. So remember, our bodies have undertaken a massive, massive transformation here. And so just allow it to rest if it needs rest, and don't feel, right? Don't feel any way about it. Just say, okay, my body needs to rest. I've been napping like crazy. I went to my favorite beach where normally I go there to receive codes, but I was guided, just go there for you today. And let me tell you, it was magical, absolutely magical. And we forget that, even me. I was like, go there for me. What about the love train? They're like, they're fine. You got to do this for you today. And so it was a really good reminder to, okay, I know that we're all like, what the heck's going on? I need to know what's going on, but also have those moments of, you know what, let me just take this time for me and go within and settle down and breathe. It really does help. It does give you sharpened perspective for sure. And you feel rested. Manu, bonjour. Vicky is here. Hey, Vicky. I see, hello. I think Tali, I see Tali is here. Annie, hello. Oh, I love it. Annie's in a hammock. You go, girl. Favorite. I love hammocks. The beach I was at has a swinging bed. It's it's in like a bamboo structure, and it's like a big bed swing. Oh, let me tell you, you haven't lived until you lay in one of those with the ocean waves crashing in the background. I was like, thank you. This is my heaven on earth. Thank you, and I will return. Stacy. Oh, Stacy's in Miramar. Awesome. Beautiful. Let's see. Yeah, lots of heat with this one, Lisa. There's when these spikes come in, definitely feeling heat in the body. Me too. Judy from Chicago, welcome. Darla, hello, welcome to you. Chris is here. Oh yes, the body's doing amazing stuff. Let's see. Andrea is here. Hello. Gina, Jeff is here. Here we go. Hey, Robin, Clint. Yeah, so the body is going through a lot. And so do what you can to make it feel comfortable. This is a lot going on energetically. We're still purging. And remember that a lot of this, there are things that our humans were holding on to, that energy is just kind of, hanging out in your body, and now it's getting purged. And so what do we do when it's coming up? Say, oh, you're coming to the light, right? Instead of getting frustrated with the body, just say, oh, I know what this is now. Taking 3 deep breaths, and I recognize that this is just something that's coming to the light. I'm going to show you the Shakalaka chart, because that kind of shows really a lot of what's going on with the body. Before I do that, though, I've been getting massive downloads so a couple of community announcements that are important. One, yes, there will be focus group this week, and they already brought in 1 activation. They're telling me there's going to be 2 activations. The one is just absolutely going to help every single person in there. It can't not. It's a beautiful way of aligning. A lot of us struggle with self-love, and it has to do with self-love, how we stay out of it, and then more importantly, how to get aligned with. So they're going to help us tune into the actual frequency of self-love by showing us what it's not and what it is. So I'm so excited for that one. There will be a second one. No idea what that one's going to be. They like to surprise me day of with that. But first one's about self-love, and I was excited about that. Second announcement is on Friday, which is going to be May 30th, is for our virtual retreaters, those of you who are joining us on Saturday, June 7th for the virtual retreat. This Friday, we're doing a group intention meeting, and really I'm just going to go through the basic itinerary for what we're going to cover on Saturday, June 7th. The guides gave a very clear, specific group intention, and so I'm so excited. No, I'm not going to tell you what it is here. You got to come on Friday. If you can't make that Friday, the initial group call this Friday, you will get the recording if you're registered for the virtual retreat. So, and I'll tell you here some of the stuff that came forward, because it's been pouring in. We will be doing starseed and soul origin identities, and they brought forward this amazing quiz. It's a starseed quiz, so that you're choosing from things that resonate with you, and then at the end you're going to get the whole grid that shows you which star seeds you're aligned with, also which soul origins you may or may not have also. And then after that, we will be doing a group activation called Calling Forward the Gifts of My Galactic Lineage. What? Yes, so many of you have had starseed experiences that now are ready to come online. And so there's going to be a group activation. So first we'll see which ones you could be, and it doesn't have to be 100%. It's what you're resonating towards. All I'll tell you is when this stuff comes forward, there's a knowing. And I know some of you have discovered yours. Some of you in here have discovered yours. And so it's going to be great. So we're going to call forward whatever gifts may be tied to that lineage. And you're going to have guides and information about each of the lineages to help you too, and say, that's me. When you read it, you're going to know. Then we're going to be doing breath work with light code activations. So in other words, how to use the breath to activate specific light codes. We're going to be doing some with Gaia, and then we're going to be doing light codes connected to the golden current. Come on, who doesn't want to connect with their abundance, right? And remember that it's abundance of love, it's abundance of joy, abundance of harmony. It's not just money. And I'll tell you, there are examples of this springing up everywhere, of people aligning with that golden current, and some of them don't even realize it, but they're taking the action to make themselves happy first. They make it their priority, me being happy. And that's the little secret sauce in there. We will also be doing a group exercise for receivership. So many of you are great at giving and awful at receiving. Well, how are you going to receive the abundance if your receiver thing's off the hook, right? So we're going to line you back up with receivership. There will be breath work, there's going to be activations, and they're saying that this isn't about how to receive, it's about how to remember. So it's, again, aligning and going back to your truth. There's also going to be sound healing and some group activities. One of the ones I'm really looking forward to also is becoming the consciousness of your creation. So in other words, I want to create a new home. What frequency is that home? What does it say to you when you come in? How does the home feel about its location? What does it offer you? And what does it think about you? It's really cool. Those of you who were in focus group last week, we did this, I believe, around home. And also, I think those that did the monthly class. So we're going to learn how to become the frequency of what you want to manifest. And it's a fun exercise. We're going to do this with breakout groups at the virtual retreat. So there is going to be, it's going to be just a fun day of creation, connection, and the biggest is alignment. This whole game is about frequency alignment. And so we're going to show you in all these different ways how to align. Yeah, and I mean, there's been so much coming forward. I'm really, I'll be excited on Friday. So if you are still, there's still space to join for the virtual day. It's June 7th. We're going to go from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Pacific time. There's an hour off for lunch from 12 to 1. But in between that, you're going to get a ton of activations. We're going to have some fun activities, and you will get all the notes and the recording. So if you live somewhere where the time thing might not work out, you will get the full recording. Okay, so much going on. I know, I got to get this stuff out. All right, let's take a look at these shakalaka charts now, and then we will ground. Here we go. What do we got? Okay, this tells the story. This tells the story better than the spring plaid, in my opinion. Okay, so look at this. So, right, you could see these intervals of, that spike was heavy duty. That was on the weekend. Then last night, you can see we were getting more high frequency light, and these spikes is stuff purging, right? It's interesting. My guides brought in a question about this, because I love, sometimes I'll look at it and I get like an instant message. And with this, they brought in a question. Oh, here it is. It says, I wrote down question for group. See, this is how literal I have to be right now. My mind's wandering too. Question for group. What would you do differently today if you trusted that support was already on its way? What would you do differently today if you trusted that support was already on its way? And they were just saying, as you feel into this, you approach the doorway to your receivership. We'll go deeper on that at the virtual retreat, but I love this question for the community too. It's just so good. It's so good. Okay, so you can see in here, I put an arrow where the timeline jump was. Some of you were asking, I think, about what exactly is the timeline jump. So we're multidimensional. Your consciousness jumps first. And then now we know that we have, right, physical body, emotional body, ethereal bodies, right? There's actually 7 layers. I am going to go through those layers probably on Thursday at focus group. I have a Canva creation already for this, and it can help you understand how the consciousness jumps forward, but then any dense energies that need to be brought to the light or healed, sometimes those have to be done in advance, and other times the consciousness can jump and then the stuff is healed behind you. Okay, but the result is when we jump forward, it means that all old potential timelines that didn't serve you are collapsing. Right? Because energy can't be destroyed. It can only be transmuted. So those are transmuted, which what does that do? It opens up these higher frequencies that we want access to. And then, drum roll, every time you choose, you are creating. Every decision you make, you're creating. I choose to create, right? From this light, I choose to create. So these timeline jumps are significant, but it's not you bringing the old forward. The old is collapsing. So it's looking at, your surroundings. What is still surrounding me that I no longer resonate, that I know when I let it go, when you let it go, you are now catapulting your human forward, because this is a sandbag. The third dimension's the sandbag. So if you know what your sandbag is, when you cut it, you don't just crawl forward, you fly forward, because your consciousness is already up there. Your soul's going, come on, we didn't do all this work for nothing, let's go. Your soul is like cheering you on, go forward. And whatever it is that you think you're not losing anything. You're getting into alignment. and you're bringing forward the things that are already in your heart that you wanted to experience in this body on earth. And I could share a story. I saw this story on TikTok because I don't watch the news. I mean, if I wanted to, focus myself back into the third dimension and have a horrible existence, I would do that. I don't do that. But on TikTok, I saw this story of this guy named Oliver who quit his job. Like, I think he cashed in his 401k, bought a sailboat. He's sailing around the world. He was documenting his trip on TikTok, and it's him and his cat. He adopted a cat named Phoenix, and off they went. He made it to Hawaii the other day, and it was so beautiful. People didn't understand why they were crying watching him, and they were like cheering him on in his journey. Now, here's a guy, you can imagine his whole family said, "You did what? You quit your job and you bought a sailboat," right? You can imagine, because that's fear. And he just wanted to make himself happy. He said his neck was hurting him I'm guessing his job was physical. And he just said, "This is going to make me happy." And here is how quickly he was in the golden current. He was on the way, and he started telling people he ran out of snacks. It was the cutest thing. He wanted some Pringles. And there were some sailors leaving Hawaii coming the other way, and they were like, "Hey, we got a bunch of Pringles." And he said no, because he knew, "No, I'm on my course." His plan didn't involve him meeting, right, diverting. He said, "Nope, I know where I'm going. I can't, thank you so much. I'm not." Well, a couple of days later, an airplane that had left Hawaii, it's like one of those little commuter planes, flew. He saw it circling his boat. They dropped a package into the Pacific Ocean, and he was like, "What the heck?" So he sailed up to it, and he had to get his hook and pull this thing, and it was like a dry bag. That those of you who are sailing know what a dry bag is. It had sub sandwiches, snacks, letters from these little girls that were following, and it turned out it was like from Elf Cosmetics or something, and they had been following his journey, and they wanted him to have these snacks. And this is a perfect example. The abundance he was not expecting just by following his heart. He had all of a sudden abundance of snacks. He had an abundance of peace and freedom. And the biggest thing he underestimated was the love he created. There were people in boats and lining the marina in Waikiki. He had like a meet and greet, bless his heart, because he said, "This is scarier than anything that happened on the sailboat." I mean, he received, and he had outcast himself before because I think he thought he didn't fit in. And yet there him following his heart inspired millions of people around the world. And that doesn't mean you have to get a sailboat and go sailing, right? But whatever that thing is for you, start thinking about what that is and how you cannot begin to imagine the type of abundance and the depth of that abundance. He got Microsoft was trying to sponsor him to get people to download stuff. He's selling merch. I mean, he's now got multiple streams of income. He works when he wants to. He was like, "I'm going offline." He said, "I was eating rice and beans for a year." And he said, "I'm going to go to Hawaii and eat steak." He said, "I'm going to eat steak for 10 days. And he truly, truly is indulging himself. And the result is that abundance is pouring onto him. Like he can't even believe it. And so this is possible for everyone. And it was so interesting. I kept seeing people like on TikTok saying, "Why am I crying?" And I was like, you're feeling the love. That's that love that he inspired you with. This is what we want for everyone. Whatever that thing is, pick it and do it. Pick it and do it, because you're supported and you're rewarded every time you go into your heart. That is how our energy, that's the earth blueprint right there. It's meant to reward you for following your heart. So had to share that because I loved it. I was like, this is so amazing. And this guy doesn't even realize how many people he probably woke up because they went, you know what? I hate my job too. I don't like my relationship. I don't like this. It's not serving me anymore. What's going to make me happy? And listen, dare to dream. We have dreams for a reason. It's stuff that was in your heart. Your soul put it there so that you could experience it. So really, really dig in and start thinking about what that thing might be for you, or one thing that you can do today that's like, I'm going to do this just for me, whatever it is, and just go do it. Just go do it. So had to share that. I've been cheering him on, and I know this guy's just going to blow it up. He's going to keep going. He's like, I'm going around the world. Like, he is not off, by the way. He didn't go, oh, I could just sit in Hawaii. He could probably sit in Hawaii and clean up. That's not why he's doing it. He's doing it to make himself happy. And he's still, he says, I'm sailing around the world. So he's already focused on his next, what's my next step? He's enjoying, he's living in the moment, enjoying it, but he also knows where he's going, right? He's plotting his course. So such a great story. All right, so who is ready? I think that let's ground that story, and let's ground in that vision of like aligning with your abundance and having the courage just to go and give it a shot. You can't mess it up. It's in your heart. When it's from your heart, you cannot mess it up, even if you try. You really can't. He had no idea what was coming his way. All right, let's use a little picture from my heaven on earth here. And let's all use the breath, focus on your breath. If you are driving, please come back and listen to this later or pull over. I know how tempting it is, especially with these beautiful love train groundings. And then when you're ready, you can gently close your eyes. And we're going to take a nice, deep, intentional breath in. Pause at the top of your breath and exhale down to Gaia's sacred heart. Inhale, come up to your heart space. Exhale down to Gaia's heart. See if you can release your shoulders, release your jaw. And here we're going to inhale and stay in Gaia's heart. Inhale here. On the exhale, merge your light with Gaia's light. Nice. Inhale, come up to your heart space. And then see, sense, or feel. Is the front door to your heart open? Is the front door to your dreams open? And then take a moment and notice if the back door to your sacred heart is open. And then if needed, go ahead and gently guide it open with an exhale. And now see, sense, or feel your light here. We're going to inhale, expand that light. On the exhale, light up all the cells in your body. And give gratitude here for those cells. They are transforming into magic for you. Take another inhale. Expand the light in your heart space. Exhale, light up the space or room you're in. Give gratitude for that space. Take an inhale, expand the light in your heart. Exhale, release. Take an inhale, fill yourself with pure love and light. Exhale, release all energies that no longer serve you. Take another inhale. Exhale down to Gaia's sacred heart. And then on the inhale, slowly come back into your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes, and then gently open your eyes. Oh, that felt good. You guys are so good at grounding. Yeah, Tammy, I love that one, right? I end up telling you, Archangel Gabriel serves serves us well. Yeah, I told you they're not letting us go on autopilot. Is the front door to your dreams open? Hoo hoo hoo. Make that one a post-it note. Make that one a post-it note. Really important, right? How do you sign up for classes? Okay, so for the retreat that's coming up, there it's in the description. To join focus group, it's absolutely free. There will be a post later today, or you can email me. My email is in the description. So focus group is absolutely free. There's also monthly class. We do once a month. And we go by whatever's coming in from the community that is most needed. But yeah, just you can email me and let me know specifically what you're looking for. If you need more information, I'll be happy to send it. Oh, I love it. Tammy says merch time. Yeah, you go, girl. I'm loving the t-shirts, by the way, and I love you guys that are sharing your stores. You guys are amazing. Each of you really expressing your individuality in these stores, and you can see it's interesting because I can tune into your frequency when I'm looking at your creation. So keep that up. It really is purposeful and it's helping you. Oh, also, Christina came in just in time for grounding. Divine time. Thank you. Thank you for bringing your light to the grounding. So good. Hey, Janice. Hi, Paige. Oh yeah, Jeff, the heart's wide open and glowing. This is what all of this is about, right? Awesome, awesome. You guys are amazing. Thank you for coming here, bringing your light every time. And grounding. This is when we do this, it doesn't just benefit us, it just radiates out. Do your best to be patient. There is a lot of stuff bubbling to the surface. And just remember, that's where this grounding is so important. Don't give your power away to something that's just happening in an unconscious moment, right? You can choose. I choose to stay in my power. I'm going to choose to shine my light here, right? Whatever soul is in front of you is just having an unconscious moment. And so it's that forgiveness. It's the forgiveness that we want for ourselves and for others. So just keep that in mind that, yeah, because we're going to still see a lot of sparks coming up, so to speak. And don't worry, I think I saw Leanna pop in. Leanna, I did share, I did share that my mind too decided to, you know, it took a little trip. So you guys are amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing this time in this beautiful space, and keep shining your light because it truly matters. It truly, truly matters. Mwah. Sending you guys big love. You will see me when the energy calls, and the registration for focus group will go out today.